So, on behalf of Kritika Mahil University, I am welcoming you all again for the next session for the city. And Vivek Burda, we have so far taken up large number of things. We have seen the basic overview about the business environment, the subject. We have seen the basic components of the business environment, the different types of environment that is macro environment. And we have seen about the nature and the scope of the environment. We have even seen the objectives of the environment. And further on in detail, we have seen about the environmental scanning, environmental forecasting, and where we have seen large number of forecasting tools or the scanning tools, and additionally their advantages, limitations, and limitations. Further onward, moving ahead to this subject, we have seen two type of environment in detail. First is the economic environment, and second is the political and legal environment. Now, in this session, we are going to start up with the next topic that is called as a natural and the technological environment. So, moving to this topic, natural and technological environment, we'll be going with this topic over here. In the natural and technological environment, we'll be covering 14 topics. We'll be studying about natural environment, technological environment, innovation, the role of innovation, the technological innovation, and acceleration, the technological competitive advantages. Then we will further study about the technology and the competitive advantages, the sources of the technological dynamics, the dynamics of the technology, the appropriate technology and the technology and adaptation, then impact of globalization of the technology, ICT and marketing, transfer of the technology, and so on. So moving to the first part, first we need to understand what the natural and the technological environment. In this, we will be starting with the topic. And the natural and the technological environment presents the impulsive potential for development, and other environments like economic, social, political, government factors represent the propulsive potential for development. You can see an image on the screen. In this image, there are centermost you will find the word economic and the business development. And there are two types of sectors which are impacting this thing. The first is the impulsive sectors. The impulsive sectors are those sectors which are naturally controlling it. They are very aggressive. And these sectors are technology and natural sectors. While the propulsive sectors are those sectors which are surrounding it, for example, the economic sector, social, demographic, political, government, and these are all propulsive sectors. So remember, in the first part, we have seen the technological and natural environment presents the immersive potential for the development, while the other environments such as economic, social, political, government, they represent the propulsive potential for the development. Now, one thing we need to understand is the core of the social system. At the core of any social system is the natural environment and the available technology. Both defines the possibilities for the human activity in the society. Thus, the natural environment, through its resources, the constraints technology, through the tools and the processes available for the human use. To some extent, the ecology and the technology are interdependent technology and is always built upon what is physically possible in the natural environment, and the natural environment can be degraded or be enhanced, made some productive for the human use or reputed for many use by the application of the technology. This is what's said by the S. L. Waldrip and G.J. Wood in this part. Now, we need to understand the natural and the technological environment, which are propulsive factors which determine the extent of the exploitation of the development potential and direction, pace and the patterns over there. Thus, we can see one diagram. In the diagram, at the bottom side, you can see the technological change, and in the upper side, you can see the building of the human capabilities. So, the building of the human capabilities are important to live a long, healthy life, to acquire the knowledge, and to be more creative, to enjoy the decent standard of living, and to participate in the social, economic, and the political life of the humanity. Now, when we talk over here at the center is economic growth. As the economic growth, as the GDP increases, or as the life or the earning increases, lifestyle increases, there are few things which happen. First is this helps in the utilization of the resources either for the education, health, communication, employment. Additionally, this economic growth also helps in the transfer of the resources for the technology development, which in further gives us the tools or the outputs through this technological changes are such that we get new tools, new technologies, new advancements, which help to improve our productivity and productivity gains. This technological change further gives various benefits to the society in the form of better medicines, communication tools, agriculture tools, energy, manufacturing, and so on. Additionally, this creates something which is more important for the human capabilities, which I discussed earlier, just 2 minutes back, in which it helps you live a better life, makes good knowledge of increases knowledge capacity of the humans, they make them more creative, they improve for better living standard and thus help them participate in social, economic and political standards of life. Further, through these things, what happens again, the knowledge has been transferred and the knowledge creativity comes up in the picture. So this is something which is very important. Now we need to understand about the natural environment. See, the natural environment discusses about the geographical and ecological factors, and they are those natural resources where the which are based on the weather and the climatic conditions, the topographic factors, the locational aspects, and also on the thermal context, even on the ports, etc., and which are relevant to the businesses. Thus, according to the worship and the would observe the natural environment ultimately the source and the support of everything used by the businesses and almost any other human activity. Every raw material, even the energy resources, every life sustaining factors, even every waste disposal sites, as a natural environment determines what can be done in the society and how the institutions can function. Thus, the resource availability is the fundamental factors in the development of the business in the societies. Thus, difference in the geographical condition between the markets may sometimes call for the changes in the marketing mix, and the geographical and the ecological factors also influence the location for the certain industries. For example, the industries with high material index tend to be located near the raw materials. Thus, the dreadful earthquakes that ravaged the several areas of Gujarat in the early 2001 and the potential for such claims in the number of other places will influence the decision-making in respect to location for the businesses. It is also likely to affect the general difference in accommodation in the high-rise buildings in those areas. It could also influence the choice of the building technology design instruments, etc. Thus, the climatic and the weather conditions affect the location of certain industries like the cotton textile industries, photographical factors can affect the demand patterns in some cases. For example, in the hilly areas with difficult terrain, jeeps may be better in demand than the cars. Similarly, the weather and the climatic factors affect the demand of certain type of products. For example, in several regions where the temperature is very high in the summer, there is a very quick demand of the desert coolers, ACs, or even refrigerators, but they are not used at all in some other parts of the states which are cold or which are comparatively less summers. So the regions characterized by the very cold climate in the winters and the very hot climate in the summer, both heaters and the air conditioners may be a very good demand in the respective seasons. Thus, the weather and the climate factors can affect the demand patterns of certain building materials, design, fuel, medicines, etc. Further, the weather and the climate conditions will point for the modifications of the products, packaging, storage conditions, etc. Ecological factors have recently assumed great importance in the depletion of the natural resources, environmental pollution, and the disturbance of the ecological balances that cause great concern. Government policy aimed at the preservation of the environmental purity and ecological balances, conservation of the non-vegetable resources, etc., have resulted in the additional responsibilities and the problems of the business, and some of these have affected increasing the cost of production in the market. Thus, the externalities have become a very important problem in the business, which has to be confronted with it. Now we talk about the technological environment. See, the technology is one of the most relevant components of the success of any firm as well as the economic and social development of the nation. Technology includes both the tools and the machines. The tool machines can be the hard technology and the way you think represents soft technology. Thus, the available and which are available to solve the problems which are available with progress, which are in between and among and between societies. According to the UNCTAD's draft POT technology could be described as a systematic knowledge of the manufacturer of a product or the application of the processes and for rendering of the services and it does not explain transactions involving their sale or lease of the goods. In the type of the technology in use, the level of the technological development, the speed with which the new technologies are adopted with the diffuse type of technologies that are important to the businesses. Now, the technology includes not only knowledge on matters that are necessary to carry on or the existing production and distribution of the goods and services, but also internal enterprise and the professional environment. The latter two elements will often prove to be the essential competitive advantage possessed by the technology owner. The MNCs are often in particularly advantageous position in this regard. Technology is one of the 8 factors considered by the World Economic Forum to evaluate the global competitiveness of the nation. The 1999 Global Competitiveness Report of the Forum, which continues to increase maintain its focus on the information technology as a new source of competitiveness. Object that there are at least three aspects of this. The first, email has greatly expanded the possibilities for interpersonal, interfirm, and international communication. Second, the internet has allowed for much more extensive and rapid dissemination of the information. Third, the emerging area of the e-commerce offers substantially huge increase in the consumer base for the companies and huge savings in the marketing costs and search costs and finding low-cost suppliers. Thus, the competitiveness in all these areas is closely linked with the competitiveness of the local telephone infrastructure and with the penetration of the computer culture in the local economy. The reports also observe that for the successful internet culture, the population needs to have computers, telephones, needs to work in the countries, and the commission hardware needs to support high bandwidth for the internet traffic. The next part is the innovation. Innovation is a very important factor that provides competitive advantage and consequently determines success. Thus, Joseph Spumter, a well-known economist, had given a lot of importance to innovation in the economic development. According to him, the significant advancements in the economy occur while disharmonies need and suppress as entirely new investment horizons are exploited. Thus, the entrepreneur who is the innovator in the central figure is comparative analysis. The innovation may take any of the following forms: the innovation of a new product, the methods of the production, the opening of the new market, the foreign sectors of the new source of raw material supply, and the reorientation of the industry. Our concern here is technological innovations. Some of the other obviously do not represent technological innovations. In the context, innovation will be defined as the technical, industrial, commercial steps which need to be marketed of the new manufactured products and to the commercial building of the new technical process and the equipment. That's classifies innovations into the following types of what is called as the scales. This is based on how big an impact does the technology can change make on the applications. Thus, the radical innovation, the basic technological innovation that establishes the new functionality, example, the steam engine or the steamboat. Incremental innovation, that is the change of existing system that does not alter the functionality but incrementally improves the performance, features, safety, or the quality of the lower cost. Example, the governor on the steam engine. And third is the next emission technology innovation, which represents the change in the existing technology system that does not alter functionality but dramatically improves the performance, features, safety, or the quality or lower cost in reference of new applications, for example, substitution of the jet applications or the propellers. Now, for innovators, for example, in US, the steel tin plate manufacturers developed the market for the cans for soft drinks and for like us. However, it was later taken up by the aluminum industry. All innovations need not be commercially successful. For example, many products fail commercially due to the variety of the reasons. From a study of wide variety of the industrial products, here in US, Team and Cooper have identified 6 major reasons for the new product failures. They are as follows. First, the better mousetrap no one wanted. There are those products which have some uniqueness or some superiority, but which fail to generate revenue. It is not because of the technical problem with the product or the inadequacy of the marketing efforts. These products often represent technical R&D efforts not guided by the proper marketing message or identification of the customer requirements and preferences. Thus, the industrial customers, particularly who want products that can serve their purposes to their full satisfaction, and they are not prepared to pay at the higher prices for the product. However, superior product may be if it does not bring an additional income larger than the additional cost. Second is the new product meeting the competitive quality. These products which are mere limitations of the competitors' products may find it difficult to succeed in the market because of the intense competition from the entrenched firms with established market share and customer loyalty. As the established firms often fight heavily the new entrants, sometimes even sacrificing their profits, so that the new entrants will find it very difficult to penetrate the market and establish the foothold. Third is the competitive one of friendship. The new product failures of this type results from factors such as deficiencies of the marketing management. Even if the product is good, it will not succeed in the market if not marketed effectively. Thus, the promotion, including the launch, positioning, distribution, and the pricing, plays their role in the marketing of the product. The competitors will initiate the product. Often they try to come up with their better products and steal we march away from the prior forms. Even if the product is not superior, more efficient marketing may make a difference. The company which introduces the new product should therefore try to improve the product and marketing. The fourth is environmental ignorance. The product's failures can also emanate from ignorance of marketing environment, leading to wrong decisions. Thus, the ignorance, neglect to the environmental factors such as regulatory factors, for example, performance standards, materials permitted to be used, safety norms, environmental aspects, technology, etc. Technological factors, customer preferences and demands, competitive environment, etc. Such factors should be considered since the inception of the products ideas to be launched. Six is technological products. These products which fail to increase the expectations of the customers in most of these cases, it is not that the companies would not understood what the market wants, but they fail to deliver the product of the required quality of their attributes. And the last is the price. And new product also fails because of the mismatch between the pricing of the product and the value of the product as perceived by the customers. Remember, as perceived by the customers. This may arise because of the eagerness of the companies to reach out for investments at the earliest by charging high price. Thus, the overestimation of the value of the product to the customer often results in pricing the product high. So I'm repeating all these 6 points quickly for you again. The first is in which the product may be good, there is some uniqueness, but these products often represent the or there is lack in demand because of some mismatch between the R&D department and the product demand, product requirement modifications by the feedback from the customers. Second is the me-too category product. In these products, they are just merely the copy of the products as by the competitors. And because of the intense competition, there may be as many products of similar types or maybe substitutes, because of which the customers may either shift to any other product, which impacts customers' market share and also the customer loyalty. Third is the competitive environment shift in which the new product failure of this results from factors such as deficiencies in the marketing management. The people in the marketing team or in the organization, they are not making much effective promotional tools in order to be able to launch, position, distribution, and the pricing part of the marketing. Next is the environmental ignorance. Environmental ignorance represents selecting those products which are leading to the wrong decision. For example, either ignorance neglect to the environmental factors, or which may be related to the materials permitted or safety norms, or even to the technology, or even to other things. Because of which such factors, sometimes the customers have a conception of product idea of product, they basically reject the products and they focus things from starting idea is to the launch. Then the technological products are those products which fail to improve the expectations because in this category, the companies do not understand what the market wants and thus they create either the wrong product or the failure product. And the last is the price crunch category. In this price crunch, they either products or the services are overpriced or they are somewhere not as per the customer expectations. Now, we need to understand about the product and the process innovations. The product and process innovations is studied to the Abernethy and the James Atterpap, who have pointed out that using the fact that the early innovation in the new technology-based industries will be first product innovation, improving the performance and the safety of the product. Later innovation shift to improving the production processes to make the product cheaper with better production quality. This is depicted in the figure 6.3. In the figure 6.3, you can see the rates of the product in the process innovation. That is with respect to the time. With respect to the time, as the rate of innovation, their process innovation takes time, but once they start, it is on the high. Whereas product innovation is comparatively earlier compared to the process, because on the product you can work independently, but for the process you have to be aware about things on the better side. It takes time. So product innovation comes little early as compared to the process innovations. And in this, the standards or design standards are always important, in which the standardization of things or activities are very important parameter. So remember, the rate of the product innovation peaks from time of introduction of the design standard for the new technology products. Therefore, the rate of innovation of the to improve the product declines and the rate of innovation to improve the production increases. This improves because until the product designs have been standardized, manufacturing cannot focus on improving the production processes that produce such a design. After the key technologies of the industry mature, the market of the industry will eventually saturate. This level of market of the industry will continue unless the key technologies for the industry become obsolete by the technology substitution. Then the market value of the industry based on the older key technologies product will decline to zero out of the market range. Next is technology S curve. According to the commonly observed pattern in the development of the technologies, the rate of progress in the new technology follows the S-shaped curve, which is initial exponential rate slowed to the linear rate turning off towards the natural limit. As Betts point out, at first all, new basic inventions of new technology shows poor performance are awkward and dangerous to use and are costly to produce, yet the opportunities for the technical improvements begins as inventors and engineers see place to overcoming the limitations of the original inventions. There is usually a rapid flush of the new ideas that improves exponential improvement in performance. Eventually, and rather soon, all the obvious ideas gets tired. Further progress in the new technology gets harder. Thus begins the linear phase of the technology progress in the S curve. A person observes in due course the rate of improvement slows down as it approaches its limit, which may be technological examples and physical limit on performance economic, whereas diminishing returns from further research and development or the social that is production of undesirable byproducts. At this point, there is considerable economic and competitive benefit in changing to the alternative technologies to which the limit does not apply, and consequently, in due course, the new technology will emerge to be adopted. You can see this graph. In this graph, there is a technology S curve in which technology performance parameter have been studied in respect to the invention period, in which the new invention technology improvement period and the mature technology has been measured on the time scale with respect to the technology performance parameters in which the major limit can be seen. Now, the technological leadership and the followership. An important broad issue of firm strategies in the technological strategy is whether it seeks a technological leadership according to the notion and technological leadership. A firm seeks to be first to introduce the technological changes that support its generic strategy. Leadership can be established in the technology employed in any value activities. Technological followership refers to the consequence and the active strategies in which the firm explicitly choose not to be first on the innovations. Thus, the decisions to become a technological leader or follower can be a way of achieving either the network differentiation. Potter's point out that the choice of whether to be a technological leader or follower is an important technology and is based on following three factors. What are these factors? The first factor is the sustainability of the technological lead, that is degree to which it sustains its lead over competitors in the technology. The first factor is the mover's advantage, that is the advantage a firm reaps from being the first, such as reputation, preempting positioning, switching costs, unique access for the new product, cost parity, learning curve, favorable access to new facilities, inputs, and other scale raw materials, definition of the standards, institutional barriers against limitation and earning profits. And then is the first mover disadvantage, that is the disadvantage of firm faces by being first rather than waiting for others, such as firing cost, that is the cost of gaining regulatory approvals, achieving trade compliances, and protecting buyers, higher cost of early imports because of the scarcity of the supply or the small needs, demand uncertainty, change in the buyer needs, specificity of the investments to early generations, or factor cost, technological discontinuity, and low cost limitations. Thus, the technological leadership can be sustained only if the computers cannot replicate the technology or the firms innovate at a fast or the faster than other computers can. Now, technology and the competitive advantage. Remember, the technology and the competitive advantage is defined by Dr. Peter Austin, given the microcode. Turns out that it is in his well-known competitive advantage in technological changes is one of the principal drivers of the competition. It plays major role in the industry structure change as well as creating the new industries. There is also a great equalizer, rolling the competitive advantage of even well-interned firms, propelling others to the forefront. Many of the today's great firms grew out of the technological changes that they are able to exploit. Of all the things they can change, The rules of the competition technological changes is among the most prominent. According to Gordon Pearson, the innovation is the key weapon in achieving the sustaining competitive advantage. To compete successfully, it is vital to use the most appropriate technology to produce and distribute your product or services. Generally, this means using latest technology, which will mean using the latest technology which will incorporate more features, higher performance, great quality, or the lower cost. In some cases, this may involve invention as well as innovation. The innovations may be based on the inventions or the discoveries, but their importance rests on their commercial exploitations. The reporters who observe that the relationship between the technological changes and the competition is widely misunderstood points out that the technological changes is not important for its own sake, but it is important if it affects the competitive advantage and industry structure. Not all technological changes is strategically beneficial. It may worsen the firm's competitive position and the industry effectiveness. High technology does not guarantee profitability. Indeed, many high technology industries are much less profitable than some low technology industries due to their unfavorable structures. It is very important to understand that technology pervades a firm's value chain and extends beyond those technology associated directly with the product. There is, in fact, no such thing as low technology industry if one takes its broader view. Viewing an industry as technology matures often leads to the strategic disaster. Moreover, many important innovations for the competitive advantage are needed and involves new scientific breakthroughs. Innovations have important strategic implications for the lower tech as well as high tech companies. As Potters point out, technology can alter the nature and basis of rivalry among existing competitors in several ways. Technology affects competitive advantages if it has significant role in determining the relevant cost position or differentiation. It can also alter the bargaining power of the suppliers and its buyers. Technology in several instances is an entry barrier, thus technology can influence all the five competitive forces. If the technology employed in the value activity becomes widespread, it would be important determinant of overall industry structures. Technology change that is diffuse can potentially affect each of the five competitive forces and improve or erode the industry attractiveness. Thus, even if the technology does not yield competitive advantages to any one firm, it may affect the profit potential of all the firms. Conversely, technological changes that improve a firm's competitive advantage may worsen structure as it is imitated. Thus, the potential effect of the technological change on the industrial structure means that the firm cannot set technology strategy without considering the structural impact. But according to Potter's, technological change by the firm which lead to the substantial competitive advantage under the following circumstances which has of a desirable technology change. Thus, the technology change itself lowers cost or enhances differentiation of the firm's technology lead is sustainable. The technological change shifts cost or uniqueness drivers in favor of the firm. Pioneering the technology change translates into first mover advantage besides those inherent in the technology itself. Thus, the technological change improves overall industry structure. The Potters cautious that technological changes will destroy the competitive advantage if it is not failed the test but has opposite effect accumulated in the test, such as screen cost of the unique drivers in favor of the competitors. A firm may also find itself in a situation where the technological changes may meet one test but worsen the firm's positions via another. Now, what are the sources of technological dynamics? There are a number of factors which affect the technological dynamics of the company. The sources of the technological change will be internal or external. As Potter suggested, technological leaders in the industry with key external sources of the technology and must capture the best of those sources through coalitions or exclusive arrangements in order to sustain their needs or to have a superior ability to adapt the externally developed technology of the industry. Thus, the important factors which determine the technological dynamics of the company includes the following. First is innovative drive of the company. Many companies view technology as driving source for the competitiveness in the development and give great importance to R&D. Recognizing the critical role of R&D, it is pharmaceutical industry Ranbaxy, for instance, has positioned itself as a research-based international company. Several other firms such as Dr. Reddy's Laboratories have also been investing considerably on the R&D and have been significantly benefiting out of it. It is the policy of some companies that a certain percentage of their sales every year should come from new product. Now, the customer needs and expectation, the technological orientation in the R&D effort of the company so the influence by customer needs and expectation. In several cases, the customer and the suppliers have a collaborative relationship to develop the products and solutions. If the customers are highly demanding, companies would be compelled to be innovative. Now, the demand conditions, besides customer needs, the expectation, there are certain demand variables which influence the project. For example, the size of the demand influence the choice of the technology and scale. For example, it is expected further trend could also be important. For example, a fast-growing trend of the demand would encourage adoption, development of the technology of the large scale. It would also encourage R&D efforts in situations with different and declining industry. Next is the suppliers offering. See, the suppliers offering is something which means many times the technological changes are encouraged by the suppliers of the company like capital goods suppliers and other technological suppliers, etc. In many process industries, for example, the key sources of new technology is construction engineering firms that design production process and the build plants. The competitiveness of the training and industry, for example, is lot of dynamics and innovative technology suppliers. Next is competitive dynamics. Competition compels the adoption of the best technology and the constant endeavor to innovate. Japanese companies have generally the high degree of technological orientation. According to Heiko Moitra, the glory and the memory of the Japanese business, the lifeblood of the industrial engine is a good old-fashioned competition, and this makes consumer in Japan appeal. In Japan, there are more makers of the civilian industrial products than in any other country, including the United States. Thus, the absence of a lack of the competition was a major reason for the technological backwardness of the corporate India. Thus, the impact of the competition on technological improvement is very evident in many industries in India after liberalization. The next is the substitutes. Emergence of the new substitute of the technological improvement of the substitutes which alter the firm's industry competitive advantages vis-a-vis the substitutes is a compelling reason for the technological change. Authors point out that perhaps the most commonly recognized effect of the technology on the industry structure is its impact on substitution. Substitution is a function of relative value to the price of competing products and switching the cost associated with the change in between them. The technological change creates entirely new product or the products uses their substitutes for others. Such a fiberglass for plastic or the word processors for typewriters and the microwave ovens for conventional ovens. It influences both the relative value price and the switching cost of the substitutes and the technological battle over relative value price between the industries producing close substitute is the heart of this substantial process. Next is the social forces. Certain social forces like protest against environment pollution and other ecological problems demand preferences for the environment friendly products that they need to tackle certain problems, etc. May prompt efforts to technological developments in certain direction, but the technological environment have some other social cultural dimensions too. For instance, Baudrillard points out that the Japanese have always been eager to develop their own technology from the pot and land to make suitable objects or the systems. Next is the research organization in the technical facility. The technological environment of the business is handled by the research organization, including the R&D departments of various universities, which develop new technologies which are provided by the technical groups. There are the research establishments like ICSR, Indian Council of Scientific Research, Central Food Technological Research Institute, CFTRI, Defense Food Research Laboratory are well known in India. Technology developed by CFTRI and different foods from the fellow milk is commercialization. by Amul, for example, was a milestone development. So in this particular diagram, you can see the innovative dynamics of the company. And the innovative dynamics of the company, which is controlled by the customer needs and the expectation, by the demand condition, by the substitute, by the government policies, by the innovations, by the research organizations, competitive dynamics, social forces, and even the suppliers of things. And in this, we have the government policies. So what are the government policies? The technology policy of the government is a very important and different from technological environment. For example, the government is favor of discover certain type of technologies. Government policies towards the foreign technology is also very critical factor. Some labor abundant countries have preferences of the labor intensive technology mechanism or mechanization, the automation will be approved in such countries. Such a situation may adversely affect the business. Lack of this adequate patent protection in such countries was a serious problem for multinationals, and the export of the product patent facilitated several Indian pharmaceutical firms to copy patented products by employing processes different from the patented one. As the new patent regime stimulated under the WTO is ushering the different environment, it has been promoted, this has promoted the companies like Ranbaxy and the ready laboratories to give a thrust to R&D. Ranbaxy has positioned itself as a research-based international company. In the past, the restriction of the foreign technology, followed by some government, had an inherent bias against domestic firms because while in many cases domestic firms were not permitted to go for the foreign technology, firms for foreign firms in those countries could bring in foreign technology. This could affect the comparative competitiveness of the firms, access to the global technology, and could help firms to improve their competitiveness. For example, this has been enabled with